Hello and welcome to our overview of stocks on the move, stocks that are trending on the 16th of October 2020. And we'll just quickly begin with DraftKings. There isn't any news we can see. We've not been able to find any news as such, but it's currently up 1.16% in the pre-market, and we'll just quickly have a look and see what people are saying. They may have some information that are not exactly available to us concerning DraftKings, and okay, we'll try and see. DraftKings up 2% on low volume pre-market. Don't fall for it. Going to be another red day in my opinion. And took some, but it will probably drop more. Do all those short-term put buys know something? Red today again. Look at all of these bears. Where did they come from? Like an insane amount since 2 a.m. Nobody here yesterday when it was falling, but today, all here. I swing both ways. I'm a bear, I'm a bull. Today is bullish. 5.50 end of the day. DraftKings shares fell 1% from pre-market high, pull back from resistance. Level at $42.20. Didn't see news to justify overnight move higher. Several people in the out called org are positive for COVID-19. The colds have not said if those positive include players. Hey bears, can you post that news from a week ago? I haven't been able to see it on here. I would still not buy this yet. Big investors hate diluted stocks, and I asked him why did they do that with zero debt and $1 billion in cash. Makes no sense. Wait, so you can call me out. Have nothing else to say for yourself when I post proof. Everyone should block. Okay. So let's quickly digest what is going on with DraftKings. So we're using a tool on Charles Schwab, and so it's called it's a trade source and ideas, and we're just gonna have a look and see what's going on here. So a few details: share profile. $17 billion in market capitalization, 378.242 million shares. Percentage of shares outstanding, 5.85. Number of shares short, 20.82 million. Number of shares from previous month, 13.72 million. Short interest to take zero, almost 1 day to cover. Okay, and in the previous month it was 1.7. Okay, technicals. Today 10-day average volume is 32 million. Okay, so we have some technical analysis here, and DraftKings appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend, although its MACD is that's the one we are looking at above here. That's this one, that's the MACD. Although the MACD is presently below the signal line. The signal line is the yellow one or the orange one, so the MACD is obviously the blue one. It's presently below the signal line. Shares remain 57.7% above an upward sloping 200-day moving average. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that this issue is outperforming the S&P 500. Okay, let's see where okay, it says here that appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, okay, yes. Yes, obviously correcting. This is what is the price? It is 63. There is 63.78, and here is 45. Definitely a correction, so they are correct with that. It's correcting within a longer term bullish trend. Okay, that is, remember, it's within a longer term. It doesn't explain anything really. It doesn't explain if something's going. That's not a prediction that it will worsen or not. So, okay, momentum for DraftKings is strongly bearish. Okay, the 14-day period slow stochastic oscillators below 20, the level which many kata analysts call oversold. This means that investors have been actively selling shares and driving the price lower. The volume, the unbalanced volume indicator, shows that longer term accumulation has given way to near term selling pressure by traders. Okay, that's a validation of the previous one. Volatility, Bollinger Bands use standard deviation of the closing price around a moving average to measure volatility. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near-term trend. Okay, so okay, earnings, the announcements, we expect them by the 13th of November. What are we expecting? Consensus estimate is minus 0.58. Okay, so we'll move on to the next equity. The next equity is Boeing. So let's go down here and see if we can find any piece of news. Okay, yes, we have some news. Okay, it says Boeing 737 MAX is safe enough to return to service before the end of the year, the European Aviation Safety Agency has determined, even as a software upgrade demanded by the regulator won't be finished until 2022, according to Bloomberg News on Friday. The ESA performed test flights last month and is running final document reviews ahead of a draft airworthiness directive it expects to release in November. The process will be followed by 4 weeks of public comment. ESA Director Patrick Kai told Bloomberg in an interview, "Our analysis is showing that this is safe and the level of safety reached is high enough for us," Kai said. The agency would still require the installation of a synthetic sensor that will provide added redundancy and will increase the level of safety, Kai told Bloomberg. Okay, so that is probably one of the drivers of the equity at the moment. Let's see whether we can get a few what's going on in the pre-market on that equity. Yes, we can see this is what it closed and this is what it's going on at the moment. So 228,000 shares. It's okay. It's indicating it's below average. Yes, the market is not trading yet, but it's not really trading. It's just those who have the privilege of trading them in the pre-market are doing so. So let's find out exactly what the average, the percentage is. Oh, that's not the right one. Okay, so Boeing is up 3.95% in the pre-market. 3.95% in the pre-market, and then that guy is quite glad. Can I say biggest squeeze in this year or history? Stimulus coming. Stimulus coming. Headline today is smoke screen. Get ready, shots to get pounded. Funny how on options they short money gone. They just took it with a Cloudfly headline. Never stop adding. Damn, going up. Shares will double by this time next year. Where's my hip booker? Trade assassin. Where's the clown today? Ha ha ha. Who read for other countries to give? Who ready for other countries to give us a go? Short squeeze monster coming soon, boys. So exciting. The EU says the 737 can fly. Yet there are no orders or any demand to buy planes. Period. Okay. It doesn't sound very optimistic, and he's making a point there. There are no orders. Be it the fact that we got a $105 chance flying past Caterpillar. Okay, let's return to the opinions of the folks on the street. So it has a market cap of 92.7 billion, 564 million shares outstanding. Shares held by institutions is 51%. Short interest percentage of shares outstanding 1.72. Number of shares sold short 9.72 million. A very tiny fraction to take less than a day to cover. So given all that has gone on with Boeing, that we don't have any serious amount of short interest. So okay, trending analysis. Boeing appears to be consolidating within a longer term downtrend. Shares are presently below the 200-day moving average, which is falling along with the 10-day moving average. However, the average directional index, or ADX, is below 20, indicating that shares have exhibited sideways movement recently. Comparative relative strength index analysis shows the issue is lagging the S&P 500. So let's just quickly have a look at the chart and see. Okay, we don't have. Okay, yes, it's I think it says it's average directional index is below 20, indicating that shares have exhibited sideways movement recently. Okay. By a cursory view, you can see yes, it has displayed a sideways movement of late. That 10-day, the 20-day trend line, which is the red line we see here, is slightly up relative to that line here. So, but regardless of that, evidently the equity has been, just very much trading within a certain range. Within 170, 164 since October the 6th, and it would now be 170 and 143 since September the 24th. Okay, well, yes, that's pretty much a sideways range. So okay, let's continue and see what's going on here. Momentum for Boeing, as measured by a 14-period slow stochastic oscillator, is waning. This means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and may even be taking profits in positions bought at lower prices. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay. Bollinger Bands use a standard deviation of the closing price around a moving average to measure volatility. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual, as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in near-term trend. Okay. So we expecting the earnings outcomes by the 28th of this month, and before the market opens. Okay, that's when it's going to come out. The consensus estimate is minus $23 per share. Okay. So let's quickly move on to the next one, which will be Peloton. Okay, let's see whether there's any piece of news. Percentage of shares outstanding, 4.19%. Number of shares sold short is 12 million. Shares outstanding 288 million. Number of shares from previous month, 7.4 million. Short interest is 0.33. Okay, let's where there's some piece of okay, there isn't really any fresh news here. These ones are from the previous day. Okay, let's find out if there's any news on the street. Peloton. Okay, it's up 0.89% in the pre-market, and this guy says funny that there's BS posting good things. Tell us it's okay, let's see. Tell us it's a bad thing. Okay. Records another 52-week high. How many is that now? Let's go. This impression from we just read earlier on. Imagine ordering from Amazon and then telling you 9 weeks for delivery. Give me a break. Peloton CEO and founder John Foley told investors on Thursday to anticipate order delays to continue through at least January 2021. Desperate bears post good things about Peloton, like it's something bad. I'm sure all the bears switched sides already. Same bears approach the same crap on an hourly basis, thinking it will hurt the stock. Such high demand for these building new factories. This will be over 200 soon. Don't miss the Peloton train. 1.5 out of 5-star. Nice job, Peloton. The great collapse coming to you. Bulls appear to be making awesome entrance here. Just keep it pumping. Best stock ever. Okay, so have we done the analysis on Peloton? No, we have not. Okay, so there isn't any news, so we just quickly dive in and read out the analysis. Peloton appears to be in a strong bullish trend, no doubt. It's a very strong bullish trend. Look at that. This is steep, very steep. You can't stand here. You would definitely crumble. It appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upwards sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. Comparative relative strength index and strength analysis shows that the issues are performing the S&P 500. Momentum for Peloton is strongly bullish. The 14 period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80, the level which many analysts call overbought. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and are driving the price higher. So with that, you also have to be careful as well. There might be corrections, even though the trend and the fundamentals tend to support Peloton. Apart from, I wouldn't even call it a negative, because as it concerns the orders that will take up to 9 weeks to be delivered, it just shows you that demand is really strong. But in the midst of strong demands, people can find negatives. Volume. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay. Volatility. Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near-term trend. Okay. Let's see if we can further validate some of this short interests on Peloton. Let's do that here. Okay, yes, according to what short squeeze is saying, to take 0.6 days to cover. Percentage of short shares sold short is 5.27. 5.27, so it will take it. So that's not really so much. So that's not really something to. It's not going to cheer a lot of contrarians. That's not a very healthy percentage, especially also that to just take 0.6 days. Just the best part of half of a trading session to cover up. Okay. So we'll just quickly move on to the next equity, which will be Twitter. TWTR. So I believe based on this, it might be slightly up in the pre-market. So it's up, okay, a tiny 0.448%. Okay, so let's find out what they're saying. Jack needs to be held accountable. It's so clear how much the media wants to control this election. Okay, shots. I love to see it to a penny stock. The 2/3. But you just keep using the platform that dumb you down and waste your life watching others enjoy theirs, like TikTok. Another one of those. But hey, do you waste away and believe whatever they feed you? Twitter shot it to 0. Okay, private company. This is a public company. Somebody please let Twitter management know this. A public company with shareholders. Shareholders revolt is what is needed here, and send them parking. Okay, so you can always come to Stock Tweets and read up yourself. So let's see whether there's any news concerning Yes, there is some news. Okay. Twitter's system returned to normal after outage. Let's see. First digest whether there's anything here. Okay, it suffered more than 2 hours of widespread disrupted services on Thursday, with some users unable to send tweets or see them. Okay, back to headlines. Early mornings reading a summary. Okay, so hence there isn't very much. We can just have a little look. Okay, market cap is 36.4 billion. Shares outstanding 790.94 million shares. Percentage of shares outstanding 3.67. Number of shares sold short 29.07. And what is that? Far less than 10%. Or close to 5% or thereabout. Number of shares from previous month is 31.59 million. Number of days to cover is 1.5 days roughly. For the previous month it was also roughly 3 days. So the shorts short interest has decreased. Okay, trend analysis. Twitter appears to be correcting within a longer term bullish trend. Okay, let's have a look. It appears to be correcting with a long time bullish trend. Okay, so let's see. A correction for an equity is about 10% decrease. So at that price, at that peak, we have it's 48.25, and here it's 46.11, where it closed yesterday, the 15th of October. So would that be a correction? Not close to a correction. So remember, they did not say it has corrected. They're saying it is correcting. So it is still in the process. Okay. Although its MACD is presently above the signal line, shares remain 34% above an upward sloping 20-day moving average, 200-day moving average. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that this issue is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for Twitter is measured by a 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is waning. This means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and maybe even taking profits in positions bought at lower prices. The on-balance volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Okay. So the last 10 days average volume was 15.1 million. The last 90 days average volume is 19 million. Okay. So earnings are expected on the 29th of October, and we're expecting a 0.05%, so $0.05 dollars per share. Okay, so let's quickly move on to the next equity. That will be General Electric. Very not exactly fascinating, as is it? Well, to be fair for us to find out what people are saying here as well concerning General Electric. I think more than $3. I think more than $3. Nelson Peltz destroys companies that the problem. The same with General Electric. PNG, don't like him either. Non-stop problem with this guy. Moving average for 10 days hold well yesterday. Good for a not bright day generally, and moving average is greater than moving average. 10-day moving average is greater than 50-day moving average like 4 days ago. Another good sign. Currently, we have wait till $7.90. Another winning alert based on our custom thing called swim script. Okay, GE going to $13. General Electric, yeah, and BA literally taking off. Most of my stock sites don't have the Europe news for General Electric posted yet. Once that percolates and a little more, I think I will get some more eyes. Plus, Biden will probably win, maybe not so great for the overall economy, but much better for green energy. That with Trump, they should get to 9 before. Okay, let's find out if there's any piece of news concerning General Electric. Okay, yes. Okay, we don't have any news. Just the news of from the previous day. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at the chart. You can see recent. Yes, there's some looks like something. Some up. Some looks like there has been some upward trend. Okay, let's see. General Electric appears to be consolidating within a longer-term downtrend. Okay, consolidating. Okay, that's how they put it. The average directional index of ADX is below 220, indicating that shares have traded sideways recently. However, 200 day is still sloping variously lower. Okay, the comparative relative strength analysis shows that the issue is outperforming the S&P 500. Okay, not as expected, Momentum for GE is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is rising as investors pay high prices for shares. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near-term trend. Okay, so what are earnings are expected on the 28th, and it's expected to be a negative $0.04. So at some point we'll try and look at what options are saying, but let's quickly move on to the next equity. That will be CVM. That's a CEL-SCI Corporation. Let's see what people are saying here before we return there. CVM. CEL-SCI Corp. There's some no fresh news there. But stale news. But let's find out what people are saying on the streets. It's up 0.18% in the pre-market. The real trading group is the best. Last week up. Still good to buy more, or should I just stick with my 500 shares and ride it out? Everyone report and log all the spam accounts. I believe the shots maybe attempting to attempting a phishing attack. Remember Wednesday and yesterday and today is here. The spammers have arrived in the middle of the night like cockroaches. Ask is $25 on TD platform. Hold so it will go higher. CVM does this not trade pre-market. Okay, so this is what Chatmail they're saying. CVM is expected to show a strong growth in earnings per share in the coming 2 years. The earnings per share will grow by 37.06% yearly. Okay, from CNA Alpha Catalyst Tracker at the beginning of week Monday, October the 12th. Okay, let's leave that and get back to okay, shares, percentage of shares outstanding 23.33%. Number of shares sold short 9 million out of that 8 million. Okay, so short interest to take 16 days. Okay, and yes, that's quite healthy. That's quite healthy. Oh, maybe that may be this sort of correct retracements maybe as a result of shorts, because when it gets this high, the shorts, the skeptics will sell. You can see this occurred within 1 day. You see 1 day. You can see that there's a chance. Okay, it occurred with not 1 day, 2 days. 2 days. Even at that, there's a good chance that people who are selling short had a hand in that. This as well. Okay, that's 2 days as well. So, but since that time, we've not had things like that. We've not seen the hand of short sellers on CEL-SCI Corp. CEL-SCI Corp. We got it right. And trend analysis that CVM appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upwards sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. Comparative relative strength analysis shows that the issue is outperforming the S&P 500. Momentum for CVM is strongly bullish. The 14 period slope stochastic oscillator is above 80, the level which many analysts call overbought. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. So if they have been doing that, also expect that in the near term or in the days, in the sessions that positions will be closed to take advantage of the highs it has run up. So for those who are doing day trading, they might take advantage of that and scrape up tiny gains. Maybe it may not be tiny, depending on how they're doing it, and just scrape up tidy gains by the minute, by the hour during the sessions. Okay, volume. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of that indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompany the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near-term trend. Okay, so we'll just quickly move on to the next one, which will be NLS. Nautilus Inc. Nautilus Inc. Okay, Nautilus Inc. is up 6.63% in the pre-market. Let's see what people are seeing here. Let's see what the data is saying here. It says market cap of 705 million. Market shares outstanding is 29.967 million. Percent of the shares outstanding 17.32. Number of shares sold short is 5.1 million. It will take 2 days to cover. So so that looks quite tidy. That looks like a very healthy percentage. 5.91 million out of that. It's let's see NLS. That's a loss. Okay, so you see shares sold short 17.67%. That is more than 12%, which is considered a healthy accretion. So at times when you are trading such an equity, you may not really fear so much that it will brought about because of that cushion, that is the short interest. But I'm not sure that is that will assuage you or prevent you or convince you. But normally a short interest of up to 12% is considered a good cushion, and we all know what short interests can do. The reason why they are there, or the reason why we look out for them, amongst other things, is that it's a good balance. It's a good balance. It indicates that not everybody is buying what they're selling. Some people are against it, they're critical. So it's a good balance, So, and by having that short interest, they have also locked in money into the equity that will be forced out into the buy side. They will have to be sold short. They have to be covered, and when they're covered, they are buying. So it will add more fuel to the equity. Okay, the squeeze will be epic. So he's saying this largely because of that short interest we indicated over there. I love workout at home. Absolute monster squeeze coming. Man, I swung from $1.40 to $5.40 and $7 to $40 to $14. This is truly the greatest comeback stock in history. Should have held longer. NLS, look at the legs on this beaut. Wow, being a spectacular day of trading today at okay. And NLS may be my favorite play yet. We'll have to watch and see. Let's go. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, the trend analysis is that NLS appears to be in a strong bullish trend. Its 200-day moving average is upward sloping, and the MACD histogram is above zero. Comparative relative strength relative strength analysis shows that the issue is outperforming the 500 S&P 500. Okay, yes, we can see that slope. So momentum for NLS is strongly bullish. The 14-period slow stochastic oscillator is above 80, the level which many analysts call overbought. This means that investors have been actively purchasing shares and driving the price higher. So you also have to be careful, in that sort of position. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompanied the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in near-term trends, which is the carefulness we are talking about. So, So the next equity will be FUBO, fuboTV Inc., I believe. FUBO. Okay, let's see if there's any piece of news concerning this equity. Okay, there is. We can't find any news there. Okay, none of the shares are held by institutions, and 68.25 million shares are outstanding. So let's see if we can find some data concerning the short interest. fuboTV, they don't have that. Okay, the short interest increased by 143%. It should take 0.5 days to cover. So, but there isn't, and we know that they have 668.25 million. So average volume is 50,400 shares. In other words, average volume is 50,000. In other words, the short interest might the short interest might be 25,000. Is it? Yeah. 0.5 is half. Yes. So this is the average volume, 50,400. So that means, and if you take half a day to cover, going by this, because this average is what the daily average is, so it will take, that means it's about 20,000 and some fraction, which is a very minor percentage relative to the 68 million, and we have this increase of 143%. So we just, okay, you can see we just about got it. Short interests, you see that, we just about got it, 26,200. So not so fascinating. Let's quickly have a look while we're here to see what people are saying. It's up 5.01% in the pre-market. History repeats itself. I bought $20,000 at 11:31 pre-market. If I lose 10%, oh well. But I think this has the potential to contest with Sling and Roku eventually. Plus, with a sports betting possibility, the stock smells sweet. This is gonna break $220 soon. A lot of Robin Hooders will catch up soon. Anything under $50 is guaranteed return on investment. This is already huge. People just haven't heard about the new IPO yet. Real Trading Group is the best. Let's digest more and see. FUBO appears to be consolidating within a longer term downtrend, no doubt. It's within a downtrend. Yes, this is yes, very much within a downtrend. Even though of late it has there may have been some signs here, and these sort of spikes, this sort of spikes, they they look like the sort of thing that occurs in pre-markets, like gaps, and then also a lot of them. How many days took some days of rally, but has since also declined. Also, the sort of thing that may have been the handiwork of short sellers who may have contributed. Okay, it says it's within a longer term. It appears to be consolidating within a longer term trend line, longer term downtrend. The average directional index is below 20, indicating that shares have traded sideways recently. However, the 200-day is still sloping bearishly lower. Momentum for fubo is strongly bullish. The 14-day period slow stochastic oscillators rising as investors pay higher prices for shares. The unbalanced volume indicator is bearish. The slope of the indicator is negative and suggests that there is a lack of buying interest. Okay. The Bollinger Bands are presently wider than usual as a result of greater than normal volatility that accompany the recent price move. Events such as this may precede a pause or reversal in the near-term trend. Okay. So we'll just move on to the next equity, which will be that will be the last for this, and it is BMRA by America Inc. Let's find short data, BMRA by America Inc. Okay, short interest will take 1.2 days to cover, and it is 7.36%. So it's down 21.13%. Okay. Says here, IBA study delayed. Website quietly updated on September 2nd with no mention from company. Trial has not even enrolled yet. Wow. No wonder they won't do a conference call. Everything is one big fat lie. Oh, still no approval, shocker. How do sales go down when CEO says there is more demand than we can handle, and then not have a conference call? 100% scam. ATM, $90 million ATM for fat paychecks, but no worries. News soon. EUA is still expected any day, correct? At this point, it doesn't seem to make sense taking the loss. I'll wait that bounce to reevaluate. Okay, let's find out any sort of news concerning the equity. Market cap is 85.7 million. No fresh news. It just has just recently filed its Form 10Q report, which is a quarterly report. Okay, BMRA by America appears to be consolidating within a longer term uptrend. Okay, let's have a look at the charts. Okay, it says longer term up. Okay, that's, I guess this is what they're looking at. If you look at the range, it's yes, even that 20-day trend line is looking up. So let's see. It's consolidating. Okay, that's what it's saying. Yeah, it's consolidating within a longer term uptrend, with a longer term uptrend. Okay, shares are presently above the 200-day moving average, which is rising along with the 10-day moving average. However, the average directional index is below 20, indicating that shares have exhibited sideways movements recently. Momentum for Buy America, as measured by the 14-period slope stochastic oscillator, is waning. This means that investors are less aggressive in their recent purchases and may even be taking profits in positions bought at lower prices. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive. That suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. Okay. Buy America, the Bollinger Band for Buy America are of a normal width and signal that volatility has been in line with the norm for this stock. Okay. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe, like, and share. Thank you very much for viewing, and enjoy your day. Thank you.